Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, no, fuck all that. The fuck is up, fight fans? I know it's been a brick. But I must be brief because I got hella shit to do. I just don't have the time. But I must say, fuck is up, fight fans? It's your man, 3K the boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You already know what it is, man. So listen, man. Clearly, what's good, sweetheart? How you feeling this morning? Salute to you. Clearly, I've been away from this sport that we all love so much, this sport that, I've taken countless hours out of my life to put editing hours in, to make videos for people to laugh, to critique, take seriously, throw jabs at me, call me all types of names, etc., etc. And there's a reason why I do all of those things. There's a reason why, I'm as outlandish and I speak the way I speak when it comes to this sport, because I have expectations for the sport, because I want to see the sport doing certain things. But realistically, look, I'm going to be honest. It has completely pained me to be away from this sport as long as I've been away from this sport. I mean, the bag always come first. The money should always come first. Self-preservation, and of course, the preservation of your families, well-being and wealth should always come first. So, I mean, I've been missing it, but, you got to do what you got to do out here. But all in all, in the time that I've been missing the sport, I've been keeping my fingers on the pulse of this sport. And I must say this. What the fuck have I missed in the entirety of the last 3 weeks that I've made the fucking one video, the 2 videos that I've made in the entirety of a fucking month? What have I missed basically in a month that I come back to and the headlines are consistently, fights falling apart, caving in, getting knocked all the way off like a hitman moving in the fucking still of the night? What is it about this sport that I'm missing? And the answer is quite simple. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be Albert Einstein to, come up with this equation. And I'm going to tell you, I've missed absolutely fucking nothing. And then people wonder why I'm so passionate and I complain the way I do. Yes, the title is very simple. It's very self-explanatory. It's a hella black eye on this sport. How many great fights have you guys seen since you've been here this year? Have you seen any? I mean, are they in the headlines? Or is it a fight outside of you and your other hardcore boxing peers spending their money on? Fuck no. Triller out here making wild moves with the deflated fight fucking pay-per-view and shit like that, putting on these weird-ass YouTube boxing events and all of that stuff. That shit is starting to oversaturate, and the crazy thing about it is they're even becoming even more big events. They're even becoming more, how can I put it? There's more put into them than the showcases or, the so-called main event boxing matches that we're supposed to be watching on the Saturday nights. It's disgusting. What was the one fight everybody was looking forward to, regardless of whether it was the fight that you wanted to see? The real big fight at 147 that everybody has been waiting for. And it has just been moving. Languid as fuck, no progress, but constantly, there's little chirpings about how much money this person make, or how much or who fault it is, or how many other channels are constantly complaining on this merry-go-round of menstrual cycles of shit that just doesn't happen. So when I'm sitting back and I've put in all of the work that I've put into the sport in the past couple of years, and the relationships that I've made, and the people that I come to respect, and the people that come to respect me when we talk about this sport, what has it really given us? It has given us absolutely nothing. It's nothing for you to be happy about. It's nothing for you. And it's something, and more or less, you shouldn't even be scoffing at it. You should have a lot more to say about the shit. This shit is pathetic. So, shout out to Jordanius Ugas, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever, this dude is a victim of circumstances, but of course he's going to catch the short end of the stick because nobody wants to see that fight. And it's not a bad fight. I must be the first to say that. Yordenis Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao was not a bad fight. As a matter of fact, it is actually a very good fight. It's a very good fencing match. And, you know, it's two opposing styles that could lend one another hella problems. But the fact it is not what people wanted to see. Matter of fact, motherfuckers didn't even want to see Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. But you will settle for it because considering two of the names that you fucking respect, two names that you won't mind seeing going and banging against one another, you didn't really want to see the 42-year-old guy versus how old is Errol? 29, 28, 30, not even 30? I don't fucking know. It really doesn't fucking matter. But those weren't the two gentlemen that you weren't willing to see, but you were willing to take the fucking plate of shoveled, I won't say dog shit, but you know what I'm saying, the meal that you might not have asked for on the menu, but it's something that you will absolutely take. But we have to settle for this. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, here to talk about, you know what I'm saying, this injury or whatever, because I truly don't even give a fuck, because y'all already know what I thought about the fight anyway. I don't overvalue that dude the way other people overvalue that dude. I look at him like an average dude at a weight he's not supposed to be at. And we all know that. And everybody already knows I don't do the whole sitting back, playing the YouTube game, trying to figure out topics to have at the end of the week to serve y'all up on YouTube. No, I'm gonna tell you straight up who I feel as though can win and who I feel as though can lose. Because 9 times out of 10, you might as well go ahead and give that shit up anyway, because it's not gonna come to fruition. You're not gonna see it. There's always some type of postponed game that is in the boxing world that they're gonna sit up there and they're gonna say they're gonna serve you this fight, and then of course they put this fight in the way. Well, when I look at Yordenis Ugas and I look at Errol Spence, what I see here is this. I see a nigga possibly trying to get a 2-for-1. Is it anything new? Is it something? Is people wrong for Errol Spence not getting the necessary respect that the other fanboys and fangirls feel as though he should be getting during this time of injury? Absolutely not, because we know the games that the PBC play. Nothing is new underneath the bullshit that they kick underneath the fucking sun 7 days a week. I'm sorry. So, of course, we're going to question their tactics. We're going to question what they up to, considering how they try to lock every fucking fighter in, every fighter that shouldn't even have to be locked in, fighters that it should be easy for you to make fucking contracts with. I mean, come on now. Y'all could have a fucking fight with Canelo right now. You can make your fighter some very fucking good money. But instead, you will play this ping pong game of back and forth of trying to hold this man hostage for more than one fight when you know he doesn't want that shit. Create all type of bullshit in the headlines, more shit for more niggas to get emo about, because I'm starting to realize that the promotion is coming from this menstrual cycle of a merry-go-round when we consistently and constantly being frustrated, kicking our shit, talking about what we have to talk about when it comes to this thing called boxing 24/7. They don't need to make the fight happen. All they need to do is make us or make y'all or make you or make me upset. That's it. So when I go ahead and I sum up this whole year, how many fights have fallen off? I mean, shit, we got fucking Tyson Fury versus fucking Deontay Wilder, the fight that was pushed out a whole fucking another year. You know, you guys were, you know, we were getting geared up to be excited about a so-called Anthony Joshua match when this dude went radio silent. And this isn't about Deontay Wilder. This is just about the dominoes that fall in the fucking place when it comes to the sport that is boxing, and the fights that fall apart, and they just do not happen to happen. And there's been several. Shit, I even heard just recently fucking Michael Hunter, you would rather fucking sit up here and bitch about the money that Triller would fucking pay you over and taking a shot at Philip Hergovich, saying that fucking Eddie Hearn is freaking lowballing you, which I find funny, because who the fuck is Michael Hunter and what the fuck has Michael Hunter done in the sport of fucking boxing? And if you were fucking smart, Triller is offering you nothing but a flat tire and a one-off type of pay or whatever you might get if you get a multi-fight deal out of it, because they're trying to make a splash. But really, what the fuck is Fight Pay-Per-View doing out here? What the fuck is the pay-per-view model doing out here anyway, when you got the option of fighting Philip Hergovich, and can't nobody in the world make me see that this isn't anything other than a duck when Michael Hunter is about to fight a flat tire for a little bit of one-off motherfucking paper instead of fighting Philip Hergovich and arguably being in the fucking mandatory position to fight for an even bigger bag at the end of the rainbow, whether it's Anthony Joshua, whether it's Alexander Usyk. But I mean, watching Alexander Usyk go 7 rounds with Chaz Witherspoon and watching him go life or fucking death with Derek fucking Chisora and be hyped like he just made it out the toughest fucking fight in his fucking career just lets me know that he's not going to beat that kid, Anthony Joshua. And if anybody takes a problem with it, oh well, I'm just here giving my fucking opinion. But yet and still to not get far removed from the point, all of it ties in because technically all of it's fucking frustration. But yet and still, how many have been canceled? Boxing is clearly a black eye. It is beaten, battered, and bruised. And I mean, for real, I don't know how much, as a content creator, I don't know how much you guys as fans should honestly have left. I don't know how much frustrations you should echo or speak on when it comes to this sport, because what is this sport for real? Jake Paul about to go out here and fight Tyron Woodley and make, you know what I'm saying, more money and have a more extravagant view. And fuck, man, Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley got the biggest fucking fight of the summer. Was this all designed for maybe one of those reasons? Not to mention, you know, maybe getting Manny Pacquiao for a Ugas fight and trying to get him for a one-off with Spence later. I don't fucking know. Is the guy's eye really injured? Because I do recall when he went head first through that Ferrari, his eye was already fucked up, but he wanted all the smoke. I don't know, man. This sport is not the sport I grew up on. This sport is not the sport that I'm really accustomed to. I don't really know the direction that, you know, I know what certain people are trying to do, but as far as the sport and the whole, since everybody operates independently of completely shattering the fucking fans' fucking whole dreams, their fucking aspirations of what they could hopefully look forward to in the near future outlook of the sport of boxing, I just don't know how much you guys are. I just don't know how much energy you guys even should give to this shit. I don't even know how much you should care. This shit is bad, dude. It's bad. We're at a bad point in boxing. But shout out to Anthony Joshua though and Alexander Usyk. You know, hopefully nothing happens with that, because if that shit falls apart, my God, I don't even, shit. I just don't know at this point. Salute, Dennis. Gerald Field, salute. What do you think about Devin Haney versus William Cepeda? It's a good fight. Cepeda got movement, you know what I'm saying? Cepeda was in a good fight against Barancha. I think it's, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a good fight for Dev. But fuck it, at this point, you know, I really don't have anything much to say about what Devin do other than wish him the best, honestly, because I mean shit, it seemed like he want to fight everybody and nobody wants to fight him. So as much as motherfuckers want to, because like, yo, that's another thing too, bro. That's another thing as well. Like, you got these cheerleaders, bro. You got these little fucking like weird factions of like people that just like fall in droves to, you know what I'm saying, to like huddle up around one fighter and their fucking favoritism. I don't even think the fans even care if they see a fight or they don't see a fight, because honestly, as long as they can keep this myth or this fucking this like Paul Bunyan type tall tale of whoever their fucking favorite fighter is and not even see them fight, but still have that type of allure around them that these motherfuckers are the toughest guy in the division, or, you know, he might be the best guy in the division. I just think that people are completely happy with that. I think I just think that the whole sport and the trend in the sport is completely changed. It has did a complete 180. And I mean, it's just all the way in the fucking pits right now. I don't know. I just find it weird. And it's funny, but you know, like yo, boxing is a world of little cards, dude. It's a world of little cards. Even the big cards, motherfuckers think of big cards. They not even big cards. They little cards. These motherfuckers is like showcase fights to me. I don't know what the fuck boxing is doing right now. On my mama, I don't know. Jake Paul reminds me of the show Jack Evans, one of the big names he called out actually agreed to fight him. I think he'd actually get in there and fight. He's got nothing to lose. For real. I mean, this dude, like, yo, like, He's one of them. He's the type crazy where, you know what I'm saying, he say a lot of stupid shit. That we all know he do a lot of goofy shit. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, everything for him is about viewership. So I don't think it matters either way if he gets fucking pummeled on or if he fucking wins, if it comes to one of those big names, because the expectation would be, say if it's a fucking big name in boxing and they run through his motherfucking ass like a diuretic, all he gonna do is sit up there and say, the headlines is gonna be like, yo, what do you expect? This dude has never had a professional fight. He's only fought Nate Robinson, et cetera, et cetera. And people will be in the headlines, and the people are gonna be okay with that. His fans are gonna be okay with that. And if he fucking wins, all he's doing is ruining another dude's career and making him a huge punching bag on whatever fucking headline, whatever channel he's on at that time of day, or and every other fucking channel during that day, because that's what happened. You know, Jake Paul is in a win-win situation regardless, you know what I'm saying? While at the same time, you know, like I can't even, you know, and that's another reason why I won't sit up here and I won't blame Jake Paul for, you know, the problems that boxing has. Because if anybody blames Jake Paul for the problems that boxing has, you got to be a fucking complete tight dickhead. And the reason why I say that is because we can't act like these problems weren't here before Jake Paul. I just say there's another element of the problem, you know, making, you know what I'm saying, that monster in the closet that is the bullshit of fucking boxing that much bigger, that much realer, and that much more evident. And you can just see how, you know, the figureheads in the sport move around them 24/7. The figureheads in the sport are okay with this type of circus because, I mean, look at it. If one side is living off of the pay-per-view model and these motherfuckers ain't moving no pay-per-views, you know, of course they're gonna bring a dude like that in all the time, you know, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? It's a beggar. It's less of a risk than one of these dudes fighters, if that make any sense. Unfortunately, I think that's a shame for boxing when he gets called fake, but the real fighters won't fight the big names. Yo, that's a very good point to make, because these dudes don't want to take opportunities. They don't want to take opportunities to make themselves, you know, marquee fighters. They don't want to take opportunities that make themselves real stars. I mean, shout out to Virgil Ortiz, you know what I'm saying, for really going out there and, you know, fighting all of the tough opposition at a young age and really trying to step in the position of chasing the boogeyman to become the boogeyman, and is, you know, vastly to the, you know, the masses starting to become, you know, a level of a boogeyman in his own right. Doing to the level of output and the work he's putting out there. And you're absolutely right. These other dudes don't even want to get in the fucking ring and fight. And I mean, for a dude like Jake Paul to even be fighting a fucking Tyron Woodley, I mean, shit. Who the fuck was Jake Paul a week before he was fighting Tyron Woodley? Jake Paul ain't no fucking fighter. So it's got a lot to say about his heart and what he's willing to do inside of the business of boxing than what these dudes are willing to do. It's some prima donna shit, man. I'm just saying, like, how the fuck did we get here? It seemed like so much shit is happening so fucking fast, and it's just so much garbage in the sport. It's just sprinkled on top of, you know what I'm saying, our earwaves, like 24, the airwaves, our eardrums 24/7. Like my head is probably been spent. So I ask you guys, how the fuck did we get here? Like, really, how did it get this bad? And it's obviously acceptable. Boxing doesn't give a fuck about the fans. I have to say that it is up to the fighters, and the fighters that can take the reins of their career a little bit more than other individuals who are sucking, you know, certain promotional outfits and certain advisors/managers, you know, ball sacks. They got to take their fight. They got to take their career in their own hands and want to fucking please us, if that makes any sense. Because honestly, I don't think that the figureheads of boxing, they really give a fuck whether, you know, you're happy or not. Because Leonard Ellerbe has made it very evident that he doesn't give a fuck what the fans want. He don't. Shit. Like this Canelo and Caleb Plant going back and forth shit. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all after he won that Billy Joe Saunders fight? And niggas might have took it like it was hate, but no, it's just I refuse to I refuse to be disconnected from what reality really is. And I really fucking know that that fucking fight is not going to happen. And if it happens, once again, like I've always said, hey, man, I want you to prove me wrong. I would love for you to prove me wrong. I challenge you to do so. But look at this shit that's been going on already. Man, this shit ain't that hard to do, man. Yo, this is crazy to me. It's mental not getting this money from dad, pocket money from daddy. It's crazy. Recently, a car company rented a truck with an advert saying Gervonta Davis. Shut up. Yeah, right. Is that true? I wouldn't doubt it. Look at his pay-per-view numbers. Like, let's be serious, guys. Look at that dude's pay-per-view numbers. How many pay-per-views is Gervonta Davis out here selling? Inflation has nothing to do with what the cost really is. Gervonta Davis lives his life like the Federal Reserve. They keep printing pieces of fucking paper and they add their own value to it. Well, these motherfuckers might have gone out and did fucking 80,000 pay-per-view sales. They'll inflate another 350,000 pay-per-view sales in IOUs and shit and act like that shit really means something. But the difference between the American dollar and freaking Gervonta Davis's inflated phony pay-per-view sales is they can put some type of fucking phony value to they shit and push it on to us. That shit right there, you can try to push that shit our way. You can try to say your shit is really bumping like you out here really fucking filling up seats. And you and Leonard Ellerbe, crooked nose and crooked fucking asses. Scoliosis. Crooked motherfuckers. Bunch of scoliosis having ass niggas, man. Crooked backbone having ass niggas, man. They could try to convince us that they doing shit, but we know that they not doing shit. Gervonta Davis out here running around fucking, he on jewelry freaking companies' money, all types of stuff, man. Signing fucked up checks. This is the life of World Premier Boxing Champion shit. Hey, Hugo Centeno Jr., who else was it? That came out talking about, oh yeah. What about that crazy ass post Adrian Broner put out? Talking about Al Heyman treating him like he got bricks of dope or some shit like that, and he's nickel and diming him with his own money. So for all of those people who said I was the one capping and hating on Errol and his stipend, it seems like the stipends go around quite frequently to all of the fighters. Clearly, Al Heyman is advising all of these dudes money, paying all of their bills while he's taking the larger sums of the money, and he's trying to flow it back into business and trying to cover up shit. You know, there's a thing we say in the streets, when a person will take your money if you front them some work, and then they take that work, sell it, and then go get some from another person instead of pay you back. We call that robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm sure Al Heyman is robbing the fuck out of Peter to play Paul, Peter, fucking, and everybody else underneath this fucking sun. These dudes literally have Al Heyman's hand in their pocket. That's as nasty as it fucking sounds. I'm not like, look, I think it's kind of better this way. I think it's better that I'm busy. I think it's better that, motherfuckers got shit to do, because who needs to focus all of their time on this shit? I don't know what has changed from the conversations we've had last year to the conversations we've had this year. I ain't going to sit up here and talk to y'all about some fucking fights that are coming up, because what the fuck fights are coming up? Nobody's talking to y'all about fights that are coming up. Everybody's talking to y'all about fights that are supposed to be made, fights that should have been made. What you want to see? How's this shit gonna happen? Man, look, man, we do more brainstorming than the fucking powers that be. Sad practice. I don't know how long we're gonna be around like this. Triller could really bust your motherfucking ass. You keep playing like this because regardless of whatever Triller does, even if they go around and they grab up whatever little fucking pieces they can to try to, make their way into the boxing world and however way they can with their little, with that deal that they have with Fight or whatever, no matter whatever fighters they grab, they're trying to be innovative enough to where they bring, celebrities in, doing the commentating and shit like that, trying to add, element of comedic value to it, doing shows and things of that nature. It's like, boxing don't even bring in like big name celebrity R&B stars and shit like that to sing the national anthems and shit no more because the motherfuckers can't even really foot the bill. Because if it come down to half of these little PBC motherfuckers and really half of the other boxers in the world, don't matter what promotional outfit it is, shit, that becomes a little too out of the price range. Because we don't know if we can recoup that shit. That's just one less headache we need. We got to figure out what we're going to make with these motherfuckers at the end of the night. Man. Dolomite salute, King. This shit is crazy to me, man. Surgeon the Duff, what's goody? Sam Shaw, what's popping with you? Martin Machine. Blue Nuts, what it do? So it's I don't know, man. I really want to be, I wish I could take all of the problems that, exist in boxing and just be like, yo, we could lay that shit on the fucking table and collectively, those who do have the ability to, make motherfuckers move some shit, could possibly move some shit. I don't think there's enough frustration. Honestly, I don't think there's enough frustration from the fans. I don't think there's enough frustration from those who got YouTube channels. I don't think there's enough frustration from the fight hypes of the world and all of that shit, which is very obvious. I mean, shit, we talk about it enough. But at the end of the day, I think that I guess people are okay with this shit. That's what I've just drawn my conclusion. I don't think that people really have a problem with what's going on. You can't. You can't have a problem with what's going on. You're too okay being all caught up in it. Loving one to argue about it and however the fuck which way they fucking finesse it. You're just comfortable with that shit. I told you people were comfortable with mediocrity. Motherfuckers thought I was tripping. Fighters. Jermell Charlo shows you he's comfortable with that shit, with being mediocre. We don't even got the type of fighters that say when they put on a great fucking war and they come up out of that shit, they say, you know what, I got to do that shit again because, there is something I'm trying to make. There is something that I'm trying to make that will leave a legacy and, footprints, from several futures to come. Like it's called legacy, 4-belt undisputed. Nah, you don't say I want to get that back. You just say, I want to talk to Al first. Yo, you fucking I don't think people really emphasize what the fuck I just said there. You like, yo, fuck history, fuck being great. These are the type of niggas we got. Instead of wanting to be great, you want to talk to Al first. Because it got a little too hot in the kitchen. You didn't like the way the burner was turned up. And honestly, a lot of these dudes can't handle when you turn up that burner a little bit on them. They get ready to put their hand out there like a child. They get ready to touch the burner, and right before they touch the burner, you know what I'm saying? They pull back from the burner. Like, it's like, okay, it's like, yo, right before these niggas get burnt, as soon as they get a little singed, like them niggas is running from the smoke. And that burning sensation comes from the other opposition. I don't want motherfuckers to get crossed up in my metaphors here. These niggas, as soon as they get a little taste of it, skirt, they bucking U-turns, they cutting the lights out, they closing the blinds, they locking the doors, they making sure they got their ring security on extra tight, the volume on that motherfucker turned up real loud. It's fucking embarrassing, man. Where's your nuts? Where's boxing's nuts? Yo, niggas is not tough out here. And I don't mean like you like walking around with the persona of a tough guy. In your profession, you're supposed to be a tough guy. And you're supposed to be a man of honor at the end of the day. But shit, I've always been accustomed to, look, man, you don't got to be the toughest person in the world, man, but at least show you got the heart to fight, man. Not as soon as you get in something that really finally tests your mental fortitude, starts to test what really lies in the elements of what is your heart, what really makes, if you really that dude, as soon as you get involved in it, you like, fuck that. That's a little too much. That's a level that I don't even want nothing to do with. That shit right there is the type of shit I don't want no parts of. So look. Let's go back down to the fucking Michelin Man and let's grab them used spare tires. You know, the ones that they got fucking sitting outside and shit. When you fucking get a flat tire and shit, you know, the used tires they got sitting on the rack outside you can get for like $10 a piece if you're not trying to pay for a full, you know, brand new tire. They go back to that menu. They're not looking at Falcons. They're not looking at Nitos. They ain't looking at Yokohama Pradas. They ain't looking at Continental. They ain't looking at none of that shit. You want to know what they rush back to? Let me get them used tires, bro. You know them ones that's beat up on. You know the ones that's motherfucking consistently the boxing world punching bag. As soon as you open up the book and shit, the one you saw getting beat up last week on this promotional outfit, then the fucking 3 months before that on this promotional outfit, the one that, you know, has to take whatever's in front of him. And no slight to those dudes, because clearly they have heart, because they have the heart to do something that the champions don't do. And that's get in there and take the ass whooping, win or lose, and continue to come back and do it over and over again. These motherfuckers, hey, look, the thought of a loss and then having to wear that shit in the ring and feel it while you know the whole world is watching, man, them niggas get scared of that shit and they run from it and they'll never go back to it. And when you hear niggas say, let me go talk to daddy real quick. I gotta go talk to daddy. That shit tells y'all everything y'all niggas need to know. It'll never be what we want it to be. But do I pray for it? Fuck yeah. But shit, the wolves sit out and holler at the fucking moon all night, but that bitch still shine bright and don't say shit. So, it'll never be the same, man. It'll never be the same. This is why Anthony Joshua is the face of boxing. The dude is nothing but fights elite competition consistently. For sure. For sure. Yeah, Gerald. What's that shit? They want that fix-a-flat. They want that fix-a-flat life. I'm at the point where it's like, okay, are we just going to go ahead and say it? I don't think people want to say it. I don't think people want to be honest and just admit this shit. But, like, let's be honest, man. These niggas is bitches, man. People don't like the way I talk, and I understand that might hurt, you know, the way my shit may move, but I just don't care. I'm not here for all of that. I wasn't here for, you know, all the subscribers in the world. I was here for the motherfuckers who was really connected with this shit. So I'm happy with what I got. That shit is worth millions of subs to me. And those who catch on with the shit, that's cool. But anyway, it ain't about me. But I'm just saying, though. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? And to answer Russell Crowe, in one of the greatest movies of all time, no, it's not why the fuck we're here. We ain't here for this shit. We didn't sign up for this. We as the fans did not sign up for this. We didn't sign to open up our fucking wallets, our Google Pay, our Samsung Pay, our Apple Pay, our fucking Venmos, or our PayPals and none of that shit to offer that shit up to fucking subscriptions. I mean, no, shout out to the zone, no, for real. Shout out to the zone. But you know, to a lot of these other, you know, these fucking bums, these flat tire events, these cowards, these false prophets, these individuals that say they here for what we thought they were supposed to be here for, but then we find out that they're here for something completely different. It's all about the look, babe. It ain't about walking it like you talking. It's about talk it, wrist limp, switch the hips a little bit. Let me throw on something tight and bright. And let me show up for this press conference. Choker chain real nasty. Choke chain with the diamonds in it real nasty. Piss water diamonds, because y'all shit is foggy as hell. Y'all don't know what no VS2s look like. Piss water jewelry. And they ain't even making their bills. We didn't sign up for this. We didn't pull the money out of our pocket for this, bro. We signed up for something completely different. And the fact that we pay for it, we pay these niggas bills. Start chalking it up like that. We pay these niggas bills. And what do we get for it? So, strong in my opinion? I think not. Accurate in my depiction? I do believe so. It's like when you pick up that controller if you're a gamer and you fucking going on a sweat fest playing Call of Duty or some shit like that. And then there's that one motherfucker who's sitting in the corner and he's just camping. And you just went on a merciless like 14 or 15 fucking kill streak. And that bitch shoots you in the fucking back and kills you. And fucks up everything you're working on. Specifically a clan tag, specifically a calling tag or some shit like that, a calling card. One of those cool little calling cards. And he shoots you in the back. And you just go ape shit. Yeah, and you rage quit. He like, fuck this shit, I'm done. Motherfucker, we've been rage quitting. We've been rage quitting about boxing since goddamn 2018. We've been discussing in boxing since Deontay Wilder got the WBC belt. We tolerated that shit. That shit was already enough. We tolerated that aspect, hoping and praying. It was like, goddamn. It was like my people back in the day and shit, and we was going through slavery or some shit like that. And we was just hoping and waiting for a better day to come. And we sat and we bide our time and we were real patient in doing so, and niggas wasn't wilding. We just dealt with the punishment. I know it's pretty outlandish to compare Deontay Wilder's viewership and him holding the WBC belt to slavery, but just ride with me shit. I say some wild shit. But that's just how I feel. Nigga, we waited that shit out. And then what do we get? We got Tyson Fury ready to pull Riddick Bowe within the first, 5 or 6 months he holding the belt because what? You know what I'm saying? That body snatching motherfucking Dillian White was going to become mandatory. He pulling out of matches. He got COVID, but he out buying jewelry, bitches rubbing tan and lotion on this motherfucker at the side of the beach, but he's supposed to be social distancing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He's supposed to be social distancing. And he's out literally 2 days later getting tan and lotion rubbed on him. Oh, and by the way, the mental state should be in the question as well because the motherfucker is back to drinking. Shit. And I don't blame him because the state of boxing and the way motherfuckers play it, God damn it, I think I need a Heineken too. I like to watch the way a Heineken bottle sweats on a motherfucking summer day too as I sip the motherfucker. Because you have to calm your nerves when you're dealing with the fuckery that's the boxing world. But come on, man. Come on, man. Let's call a spade, man. This shit, yo, if I saw Tyson Fury with the bitches, y'all saw Tyson Fury with the bitches. If I saw Malik Scott with the big bitch on OnlyFans, pray to God y'all motherfuckers didn't see Malik Scott with the big bitch on OnlyFans. But we did. And these are the headlines. This is the super goofy doofy shit that we got to talk about because what else is going on in boxing? Call it parody, call this shit TMZ, but don't call this shit the fight game. Call it anything but that. What's Jake Paul's shit called? impulsive or some shit like that. I mean, the way he lives and run around with his dudes on his little YouTube channel and shit like that, boxing exercises and works and does his business within the same way while sitting in front of you in a fucking expensive suit with a crooked nose and a serious look on his face and tell you to your face, who the fuck is Josh Taylor? We don't know him, but oh my God. You follow me here? You follow me here? Who is Josh Taylor? Nobody knows him. Whoa. While we chase. Oh, we sprint and we run for every fucking regular belt in existence. I don't even think they're going to have a regular belt left. Fucking Gervonta Davis is going to go down as the WBA regular belt golden bear. Golden huggy fucking bear. He gonna have all them shit. And that nigga face is gonna be permanently on the WBA regular belt like Muhammad Ali's face is to the fucking left of the WBC title. Yo, the sad part about this shit is, yo, it is kind of funny, but it's the truth. Oh, it's the truth, man. Shout out to Victor Bottom, man. Shout out to Mr. T, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out Mickey Dub. Justin Trouble, what's goody? Where's the sleeve? What's good? Sliding counter, what's popping? Yeah, man. It's like telling everybody Michael Jackson is going to be performing at the show. You pay all your money. And then they say, Michael Jackson who? It's like, yo, it's like you pay for Michael and you get Randy. Come on, man, am I lying? It's like you pay for Michael Jackson and you get Randy. And these motherfucking cocksuckers don't even have the nerve to throw in Tito. They ain't even got the nerve to throw in Tito. Shit, you can't even get fucking Jermaine. You can give Randy, you can't get Tito. But Michael's definitely not showing up. It is a sad state of affairs here. But I guess you guys would rather me talk about all of the motherfucking hopscotching Canelo and Caleb Plant are doing. Is that what we gonna do? Are we gonna talk about Michael Hunter bitch ass? Is that what we gonna do? Man, fuck him. We know why he didn't want that fight. Filip Hrgović. That's why you didn't want it. Motherfucker, I watched you fight Povetkin and you lost that fight. They can say what they want. I felt like it should have been a fucking draw or you should have caught the L. You went out there like a virgin with a real sexy girl, like, yo, and she just takes all the clothes off in front of you and just lays out spread eagle, my dude. You just blew your fucking load. You blew your load before you unzipped your pants. Should have jerked off before you got in the bedroom. Basically what I'm saying is, motherfucker, you should have paced yourself. You should have paced it out. But I watched you fight Povetkin, my dude. And I know Povetkin, you know what I'm saying, great fucking warrior, hell of a champion. Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying? I wish him nothing but the best in his retirement, man. Shout out to you, Sasha. You know, you gave a lot of great fights to the fucking game when the young guys weren't willing to do the shit that you were willing to do. So for that, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time that you were around in this era, this unforgiving fucking era of boxing. I must say that. But we know these dudes duck nothing but threats. They pussy. And are you not entertained, man? At the end of the day, that's all I gotta say, man. Are you not entertained? I have just come to the point to where I'm like, you know, I don't know if anybody's big fans of hip hop here, but there's this guy in rap, you know, the mad rapper. You know what I'm saying? Tell him why you mad. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker just mad all the time. He's a mad rapper. You know, I'm the angry boxing fan. I'm the angry boxing guy. I am the pessimist that is boxing. I mean, shit, boxing consists of nothing but pessimism anyway. A bunch of motherfuckers who don't want to engage. They rather sit back and play hopscotch, tiddlywinks, and shoot some fucking ladders and motherfucking suck the farts out of each other's ass other than engage into a fight. Tuck, run, hold a fucking Build-A-Bear, fucking goddamn courage of the fucking cowardly lion, but could never find his own motherfucking heart. And the reason why I don't even know if because this shit is just, oh my God, man. This is why I can't do this every day no more. And unfortunately, it's not like I ain't been doing it because I haven't wanted to. I just don't have the time. But it's man, I'm gassed. I'm gassed. I've done this shit for a total of fucking probably like an hour and a half in a total of a month. And I'm exhausted. So goddamn it, thanks, boxing. But your Dennis Lugas versus Manny Pacquiao is a good fight. It's just the sad part is nobody gives two fucks. I said it. Do you want me to put it in subtitles or something? Would you like me to do that? Would you like me to put it in subtitles or something? Nobody gives two fucks. Do y'all give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I just don't. These are facts. These are facts. How's the situation? The shit is just out of control, man. Like, yo, when it comes to the point to where you watch promotional outfits where it don't matter what type of money you throw at them, what type of opportunities can come their way, and they still don't even take it because it's safer to hold a zero than the risk letting that motherfucker go and everything that defines you. So we know what defines these fighters in this era. We know what defines them. It's the hardware. It's the titles. It's the falsified accolades that are placed on their names time and time again. This is the shit that keeps them going. Once again, this is an era of instant gratification. This is an era where you don't have to show and prove. All you have to do is show up, and we're going to create the narrative. And whether you're really that or you really not, we're going to let you have it. And the fans' belief lies somewhere in a mental 50-50, whether they want to believe you or they don't want to believe you. Well, I feel like everybody need to be on some shit. We don't believe you. You need more people type shit because ain't none of them motherfuckers showed us anything. Only motherfucker, hey, look, there's only a couple of people in boxing that I can't fucking, I can't criticize. But everybody else, oh man, y'all free game. I will verbally beat the fucking hell out of you. Bitch slap you. And then kick you while you're down. And then if you happen to be on fire, I might lend you a little urine as well. It's just the nature of my game. I just don't give two fucks. And I don't think you guys should either. Let's see. Couldn't have said it any better. Nobody even wanted to see that fight. I know all of them Errol Spence fans heartbroken. They paid their money, and they can't even see him get his ass whooped. That's what I'm saying, because y'all already, hey, Gerald, you already know how I feel, fam. I feel like Pacquiao was going to take him through the ring or anyway and beat his whole ass, and I think he knows he was going to beat his whole ass for real. And once again, I truly feel like they're trying to salvage a 2-for-1 out of this, man. Hey, man, if that's what y'all want to do, if y'all want to try and salvage a 2-for-1 out of this situation, but Al Heyman, see how much that works for you, because I thought this was Pacquiao's last fight with the PBC. And who's to say that motherfucker gonna want to fight anymore after this anyway, man? Y'all already like, who's to say Pacquiao even want this fight? For real, if anything, Pacquiao just that dude, man. He just cut different, bro. But if I was Manny Pacquiao, I'd be like, nah, y'all motherfuckers set me up for a completely different look. That's a tricky style for Manny Pacquiao, man. And motherfuckers don't want to admit that shit, man. For real. You can't look at this fight like it's a fucking shoe. Like you can't look at this fight like you can just bag it up. Like Manny Pacquiao just got it in the bag. He's 42 years old. This is a dude that fights with the exact style that gives Manny Pacquiao problems time and time again. And And time again, this nigga Yadenius Ugas try to do it the right way, gets screwed over, and then ends up getting walked into some gimme belts. And now he gets dropped with a pot of gold in his lap, and you get a Manny Pacquiao opportunity. You're gonna fight your ass off. He's been preparing for a situation like this for the past 3 or 4 years of his life. So that's the reason why it's fucked up for Manny Pacquiao. This nigga got fucked over against Sean Porter. He became fucked over when it comes to trying to make these fights with these dudes and shit like that. Not saying that Manny Pacquiao has anything to do with Yadenius Ugas, but he had to play the waiting game. It's not like we don't know that he wanted this shit. So this ain't no slight to Yadenius Ugas. This is a slight to the PBC and the crooked shit they trying to do to Manny Pacquiao. Catch him 2 years out the ring. This motherfucker ain't been active. Figure you gonna catch him off guard. Not saying that that's gonna be the case, because the Manny I know is always ready. But all I'm saying is this dude is a slick counter defensive boxer that likes to operate off of the back foot. Very motherfucking slick, very smart, and don't like to punch in a lot of volume. He prefers being accurate over putting out high output. Now imagine if he puts a little bit more output together with those flicks, with that wit, with that defensive ability. I'm just saying the type of tempo that everybody think that Manny Pacquiao was used to, what he can give and what he usually gives, he's gonna have to be a little bit more methodical than that, because you just can't do that with Yadenius Ugas. He's gonna point you to death all night. So this is a fucked up situation for Manny, because regardless of whether people are the biggest Manny Pacquiao fans, you could give 2 fucks about him. He in a fucked up situation. And this ain't the dude that he was training for, and this ain't the style that he was training against. This is a completely different style. This man just woke up and shit. It's like going to bed and it's 100 fucking degrees, and then you wake up the next morning and it's below fucking 5. You freezing your ass off. You went to bed in flip-flops. You went to bed in some motherfucking shorts, nigga, and you wake up in a bubble goose. Everything has changed. And that's where I have a problem, because it's just bigger than just switching the opponent. It's just bigger than the fans not getting the fight they want. Now you changing the circumstances, and now you can't take 1 + 1 and just not equate it to what the 2 really is, yo. You got to look at it for what it really is, because there are a lot of variables in boxing that fans don't pay attention to. But due to the fact that we have these platforms now, you have to talk about the other scenarios. And this is a major factor in the scenario to where I feel as though, yo, this is fucked up. Not only is it, Manny Pacquiao is going to do what Manny Pacquiao going to do for the fans. That's probably why he ain't saying nothing. But I'm sure he has a lot to say. I got a lot to say for him. I don't defend nobody, but I defend what's right. And I speak on what's wrong. And stylistically, complete 180. Complete 180. And I don't know why everybody underrates Yadenius Ugas like that. I blame it more so on the PBC, considering how they do their promotional outfit and how they operate within that. And the fact that he doesn't speak the language, or he doesn't have that following. Well, really, none of their fighters got that following, but they're just more willing to put it in a certain dude than him. He's a lot better of a fighter than a lot of the top 5 welterweights that they got over there. Niggas just don't value him there. So you set this man up for what I feel as though is you trying to alley-oop this shit. Like, there is a chance, and I don't want you guys to look at this situation, because when everybody's like, nah, I'm not buying the fight, I'm not buying the fight. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm buying the fight. It's a good fight. It's just not the fucking fight I wanted. Do I fucking care? No, but I have to tune into it because of the drama now. The drama is completely changed. The elements is completely changed. And for real, Manny Pacquiao was just not a shoo-in to get a W in this fight. I got to be the one to tell y'all that. Even though I'm picking him for the dub, I'm just saying, if there ever was a night this motherfucker could look bad, that's going to be the night, and that's going to be the guy. For real, I don't even think Errol Spence can really deal with what Yadenius Ugas bring to the table. And I've been saying that. Like, Spence ain't nobody special to me. So, y'all know how I like to articulate on the science. and how people operate within that. And yes, there is a lot, there are more elements that Manny's gonna have to worry about than dealing with an Errol Spence. Y'all think Manny Pacquiao took that fight with motherfucking Errol because what? That nigga said consistently in 2 different fights, he knew exactly that he could wash this kid. We knew exactly that he could wash this kid. Now y'all trying to throw a wrench in the game because regardless of whatever, it's a win-win for Premier Boxing Champions. That's the way he's trying to look at it. And this so-called injury, man, fuck that injury, man. I'm sorry, but when you do self-inflicted dumb shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't really got no rap for that shit. And shout out to DT3. I happened to catch his video the other day, you know what I'm saying? Saying that, blaming Derrick James and all of that shit a week and a half or so before, doing the sparring and all of that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of things to take in consideration here. But beyond that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's just fucked up. No matter how you want to slice it. Jed Kyle, salute, family. It's like, once again, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Manny is faster than he's ever been, that's cool. Shout out to the Novada testing. I'm dead ass. If there's ever a day where there's Novada testing that needs to be involved, fuck it. Today's that day, Mr. 42-year-old guy. I ain't going to sit up there and say Manny Pacquiao is faster than he's ever been, stronger than he's ever been, more willing and more durable to deal with things than he's ever been. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that man camp or not. I'm just speaking to the fact that, y'all motherfuckers threw a wrench in the game. Y'all threw a hell of a wrench in the game, and these are the things that y'all motherfuckers are just, I just think that people just so willing to just throw Manny Pacquiao certain type of shit because he's such a nice guy, and he don't really argue about too much shit either way, and if he gonna handle it, he gonna handle it with a little bit more class and finesse than the next guy, per se, Adrian Broner. Shout out to his stupid ass tweets. I just don't think that, he's a man of many complaints. And I just think he's just kind of like, it's going to be what it's going to be. My fans is ready to come out. I got to give them whatever. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think that should just come on the back of, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so, on the 11th hour, we're just going to fucking throw you this dude. And then, man, you just didn't just throw him any dude. You threw him a fucking Trojan horse. So we're going to see how it goes. But it's a good fight. Yeah, man. I definitely said Pac would beat Spence. I even said he would stop him. I had Spence stopping that dude. And unfortunately, we not getting to see that. But I've always had the belief that Spence will stop him. I've watched Spence's last 3 or 4 fucking fights, and nothing in Spence's last 3 or 4 fights could tell me that, he can beat Manny Pacquiao. Spence is an average dude, man. He don't protect his neck very well. He doesn't, man. And when he get hit, man, I don't like the way, you know what I'm saying, his body tells me a little bit of different shit when he gets hit, man. The way he responded to get punched, man, that dude don't like getting punched at all. And if you don't like getting punched, motherfucker, you definitely not going to like getting hit by Manny Pacquiao. I heard that motherfucker hit like a light heavyweight. On my mama, I heard that shit. And that ain't been no secret in the world of boxing. Like the GOATs in the game, division by division, said this nigga hit like a straight up fucking mule, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck that nigga eats. But that little dude, they say he pack a rocket in his motherfucking right hand, man. Our BFP, man, salute, man. What's good with the bro, man? So yeah, man, I'm just gonna end this off like this, guys. How should I say this? How should I put this? To sum up 2020, well, to sum up this year in boxing, we just got to sum it up like this. It's been absolute fucking garbage. It's been garbage. It's been the era of the fall-throughs. This is what it is, man. And I ain't got really no I'm not gonna argue about what's not happening, what fights aren't happening. I'm not going to consistently talk with everybody about who's going to beat who or who's going to do what. If you guys haven't noticed lately, I've been trying to get away from saying that, oh, this fight is going to happen and that fight's going to happen. I more live in the world of, I gotta wait for the shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, until that shit is signed, sealed, and delivered, I don't have nothing to say about it, man. And hopefully, you know, this spectacle, Manny Pacquiao, I hope this is I believe it's going to be a good one. I believe it's going to be better than what people expect. Honestly, I believe it to be a better fight than I think it could be a lot of drama in this fight. So it does have the elements of making up a great fight. I don't know, man. There's not really, I think I pretty much said it all, man. Yeah, boxing, man. It is what it is, man. So shout out to everybody, man. I know this shit was just kind of short notice. I don't really have the fucking time to do this shit no more. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to make it when I make it. And when we talk about it, I think it's just better that way because I got more shit to talk about. There's more shit that's taking place. And honestly, you know, and even through the time that I've been away, nothing has fucking changed. Nothing has changed. You know, shout out to Virgil Ortiz and his win over the weekend. Fucking don't even get me started on Rigondeaux versus Casemiro. Well, y'all, I'm sure y'all been having a field day with that. But yeah, man. All we can try to do at the end of the day is continuously try to reserve the integrity of the sport. Reserve the integrity of the sport. Speak of it with the passion of wanting to see the change in the shit, and just hopefully that you know you will get change in the shit. But until then, I'm not giving niggas free promotion no more. And I don't feel like nobody else should do it. This free promotion got to stop, man. Even when we talk about the fights, it's not happening that people want to see because basically all they are is modern day fantasy fights. I forgot who said that shit, but that's basically sums up what boxing is today. We pretty much speak of this shit like modern day fantasy fights. Niggas in their prime and ain't even making it happen. Shit, go all the way down, man. Look, you can go all the way down to 135 pounds, man. For real. That is a major, 135 is a major disappointment right now. A major disappointment. But that's for another conversation. As we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Peace and love to everybody who came through. Man, I missed the fuck out of y'all. I'm gonna try to cook up an edit for y'all as soon as I can, man. Something real insightful, something real slick. But until then, man, this is what the fuck we got, man. You already know what it is. It's the motherfucking boss, man. Salute and respect to everybody. Y'all have a nice one, man.